Queen Ifrica's point, be mindful of the influence you carry. A word of wisdom to Vybz Kartel. Stay tuned. Queen Ifrica.
What is good, StreetsVertz? It is New Music Friday, May 29th, and today is one of those days where the music hits all at once. 3 regions moving simultaneously. America's leads. Let's move. The Americas lead today. Ariana Grande's comeback single is out right now. Her first non-soundtrack release since 2025. Her first album under her own label. The largest pop return of 2026 officially started this morning. Europe follows. Paul McCartney and Boards of Canada both dropped today. 2 legacy artists, 2 completely different worlds. One Friday. The Caribbean closes. Queen Ifrica has publicly addressed Vybz Kartel's recent online content 1 week before his album drops. Her message is one the industry needs to hear. 3 regions, gravity ranked. Let's get into it. Ariana Grande, Hate That I Made You Love Me. Out now. Today is the official start of Ariana Grande's Petal era. Her lead single dropping May 29th, the first preview of her 8th studio album due July 31st, via her own BabyDoll music label and Republic Records, co-produced with Max Martin and Ilya, her longtime collaborators. Grande described the track as one of her favorite songs she will ever write. The album itself she described as something full of life and growing through the cracks of something cold and hard and challenging. 3 things worth noting for the StreetsVertz audience. First, this is her first album under her own BabyDoll music label. That is not a footnote. That is a structural shift. Grande has been one of the most commercially successful pop artists of the last decade, operating inside a major label system. Launching Petal under her own imprint, distributed through Republic, changes the economic equation significantly. She owns more of what she makes. Second, the music video, directed by Christian Breslauer, stars Justin Long in a horror-inspired visual premiering June 2nd. Grande is also set to embark on her Eternal Sunshine tour beginning this June, her first full tour since 2019. This is not just a single drop. This is a full campaign activation. Music, visuals, touring, all aligned. Third, Max Martin co-producing. The Swedish hitmaker behind some of pop's biggest moments in the last 30 years is still the first call for the biggest pop artists when they need commercial precision. His presence on this record signals that Grande is not going experimental for Petal, she is going for impact. Grande won Best Pop Duo/Group Performance at this year's Grammys alongside Cynthia Erivo for their Defying Gravity rendition from the Wicked soundtrack. And now the music era begins in earnest. Stream Hate That I Made You Love Me right now. Europe, and today is one of those New Music Fridays that happens maybe twice a year. Paul McCartney's The Boys of Dungeon Lane is out globally today. He has been on a full media offensive ahead of release. The Rest is Entertainment podcast Saturday Night Live, and hopes in the UK are high for a #1 debut. We covered the critical reception yesterday, Metacritic score of 83, Rolling Stone calling it richly nostalgic, The Telegraph calling it a joyous late career reminder of his melodic genius. The album is out. Go stream it. The audience reaction today will tell us whether the critical consensus matches the commercial one. And on the same Friday, Boards of Canada release Inferno via Warp Records. Their 5th studio album, their first in 13 years. Reggae vibes. For anyone who needs the context, Boards of Canada are a Scottish electronic duo whose records have been among the most influential in ambient and electronic music for 3 decades. Music Has the Right to Children, Geogadi, The Campfire Head Phase, Tomorrow's Harvest in 2013, which remains one of the most anticipated album drops in independent music history, revealed through an elaborate coded marketing campaign. NPR Music named Inferno one of the top albums of the week, alongside McCartney. 2 legacy artists, 2 completely different audiences, both dropping on the same Friday. The European music world is fully activated today. The Caribbean. And today the story is not about an album or a single. It is about a voice that matters in Jamaican music, raising a question the industry needs to hear. Queen Ifrica has publicly weighed in on Vybz Kartel's recent run of online content, describing some of it as shaky and saying that the king of dancehall should be mindful of the influence he carries and how his public image might reflect on Jamaica. Queen Ifrica is not a casual commentator. She is one of the most respected voices in Jamaican reggae music, a cultural institution with decades of credibility behind her name. When she speaks publicly about another artist's image, especially one at Kartel's level, it is not gossip, it is a cultural conversation. And the timing is significant. Kartel's God and Time drops in 7 days. He swept 9 IRAMA awards last Sunday. He is confirmed for Reggae Sumfest on July 18th. He is headlining Reggae Land in August. He is named in Drake's lyrics. The global eyes are on him right now at a level that has not existed since before his imprisonment. Queen Ifrica's point, be mindful of the influence you carry, is one that applies to any artist at that moment in their career. What you put out into the world while the world is watching defines the next chapter. Kartel has 7 days before the album lands. How he carries himself publicly in those 7 days is part of the story. StreetsVertz is watching, and we will have the full God and Time first day breakdown next Friday. That is your Friday sweep. America's Ariana Grande's Petal era is officially open. Hate That I Made You Love Me is out now. Stream it. Europe, McCartney and Boards of Canada both dropped today. Legacy Friday. The UK charts will tell us where McCartney lands by Monday. Caribbean, Queen Ifrica raised a question Kartel needs to answer. 7 days to God and Time. We are watching. I'm Olivia. This is StreetsVertz. And tomorrow, People's Choice Playlist International. Stay with us.